Hello, hello. Welcome. Come on in. I'm going to make sure we're live. Just a minute. I got to duck down and get my keyboard. Okay. I think I got it. So I put my keyboard on my floor because of the space. Yeah, I do silly things. Okay. All right. So I hope everybody's doing well. And I should say hello and welcome to Karen's Stamping Place. If you were on just a second ago, I was popping down to mute myself on the floor. Anyway, oh my goodness, I have a cute card to show you guys tonight. I really like it. It's called a W fold. Okay. So I'm going to show it to you in here just a second. We're just going to jump right in. I'm going to point the camera down. We're going to, okay. So it looks, you can see that pink better the other way I showed it, but we're just going to open this up so you can see what we're working on. If you are live with me, go right ahead and say hello. I would love to know who's watching. So this is a W fold. Can you see that? That's why they call it a W fold. It is the cutest little card for somebody who's sick and very simple. I mean, the worst part about it, well, I don't really think there is. It's very simple. Okay, I'm going to get started. Let me show you the stamp set I'm using. It is called Speedy Recovery. Very cute stamp set. Okay. I'm also going to use that new pack of paper I got, the Regency Park. Very cute designer series paper. Showed it to you the other day on Facebook, I think. Maybe not on here. But oh my gosh, such a cute paper. The colors that coordinate are petal pink, garden green, night of navy, sweet sorbet, balmy blue, mango melody, and shaded spruce. Oh, I'm using garden green. Oh, well, it works. I thought it was garden green. Okay, I'm going to bring my trimmer in. I have cut my Night of Navy card base at 4 1/4 by 11. Oh my goodness. Okay, gonna have a little bit of a brain trouble tonight. I've been working all day sending out, I was sending out newsletters today, so this is a good time for me to tell you, if you are not on my newsletter, please go in and sign up if you're interested. I'll have to remember to put that link down below. I just sent out all information on the color refresh and let's see, what else? The last chance list. Okay, so this strip is 11 by 1 1/2, and we're going to score it at 2 3/4. Okay. And then we're going to score it at 5 1/2. Okay, and I'm going to open this side up because we're going to score it at 8 1/4. Okay. I can get rid of the trimmer now. I don't need that, and I'm not going to let it fall on the floor like it did a few minutes ago. Right before I went live. Okay, so I'm going to take this strip of cardstock, and I'm first going to fold it at the 5 1/2 score line, and I'm just going to burnish that. And then I'm gonna fold this one forward, all right? And I'm gonna flip it and fold this one forward, and that's going to give us our W fold, okay? So for the inside, it's fairly easy. I am using this designer series paper. So cute. Going to put that inside. The other side is really pretty as well. But I decided to have a bit more color on the inside. Okay. So we're just going to layer this in like so. It's a 1/4 of an inch layer. Okay. I'm just going to layer this one in. Okay. I'm not going to adhere the front yet. And I'm going to try something different before I attach that piece. Before I was putting it in and then putting my panels on, I think I want to put my panels on first. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp those. So my basic white pieces are 2 by 2.5. And then my balmy blue pieces, which is the layer, is 2 1/8 by 2 5/8. Okay. So I'm going to do my first one in balmy blue, and that's going to be the mug, the little coffee mug. Okay, so I just re-inked my pads, so I'm just making sure I don't get too much ink on the one side. That's what's been happening. Let's see. Oh, did it again. Tap, tap. All right. Just like we tell you guys, tap, tap. Just gentle, just light. Okay, there's my coffee mug. Oh, it's very crooked. Okay, let's flip it over. See if we can get this straight. All right, let's get this guy straight on there. That should be much better. Yes. Okay, the next color we're going to use is, like I said, garden green. I should have used shaded spruce. I guess I can run and grab the shaded spruce. It's just right here. Okay. We'll use shaded spruce instead. Okay, and we're going to put this vase down towards the bottom. Like I said, this is just simple stamping, nothing fancy. We just want to do our stamping nicely and get it done. Okay, so I'm going to use Night of Navy for my tissue box. Okay, and I'm just going to center that and stamp it. I'm gonna flip that one too. For some reason, I'm having a hard time getting them centered tonight. But that's what we like about the cardstock, right? We have two sides to every piece of paper. Okay, now I'm going to stamp the sentiment. I'm going to go back to balmy blue. And the sentiment on the inside says, wishing you a speedy recovery. Oy vey. Nothing is coming out straight tonight. Isn't that funny? That's okay. There we go. There, see? I just have to show you guys how to flip your paper every time. Okay, so on the front, I was going to put little but I think I'm going to do the spoon in Balmy Blue. So for that, oh, I gotta cut that out. So give me a minute. Let's put this together. All right. So we're going to adhere these to these pieces real quick. Got a little ahead of myself there. All right. Just adhere this on here. Remember, it's an 1/8 of an inch layer. So not much of a layer for you. Just a little bit of wiggle room. Okay, my coffee mug. If you hang out till the end, I do have another card that I did this in. And I used the gnomes, and it's so sweet. I really like how it turned out. Um, but it was just an awful lot of coloring for me to do on a live. I think it would have taken me hours. I am a slow colorer. Excuse me. Got a little tickle in my throat. Okay, so these are all on. Now I'm going to adhere them onto this. I just think it'll be so much easier. So I'm just putting a little glue in the center. You don't need to have it everywhere. And then just get it where you want it, where it's centered and even on there. Okay. And then I'm going to put, let's see, let's put this one at the front. Nope. See, almost put it on the wrong spot. You want it on this. Okay. And then we're just going to let that dry. All right, we're going to put the tissue box. Oh, see, I did it. Don't put it on that. Oh, I'm so dangerous about that. Put it on this because we don't want that sticking to your card base. We want it sticking to this piece only. Okay. Just try to get them even, try to get them lined up as best you can. Oh, it's easy if you just close it and kind of line them up. Okay, and then on this, not on the card, the piece. Okay. Wiggles. It won't wiggle for long though. It dries. Okay, so you just want to line them up, make sure they're even. This is so much easier than what I was doing before, y'all. Okay, now you can take and put your glue on this bigger piece, and we are going to glue this bigger piece at the center right along the edge right there. Okay, isn't that awesome? That just fits right in. Love it. Okay, I'm going to get rid of my scrap for a minute. And then you can take the other side. Let me pick it up. Okay. And we're going to take this and we're going to stretch it all the way over to the other side. And then if you take and close it real quick, you can make sure if it's nice and centered. But I really haven't had an issue with that. Each time I've done this, it's really worked out just fine. Okay. I love that on the inside. Now we're going to do the outside, and I'm going to go a little bolder on the outside. No, I think I'm going to just keep it the same paper. I really do. Okay, but before we do that, we want to attach ribbon. Okay, so you want to roll out your ribbon and kind of measure it where it goes. because I'm going to adhere that to the card base after I trim it. Okay. I left a little bit of a long hang. I'm using our new Night of Navy border ribbon in the January to April catalog. Okay, so I'm gonna just put a strip of glue down the center. Yeah, I got a little crooked there. Okay, let's see if I can put that on that strip of glue. You're really not gonna see that too terribly much because it is going to be under cardstock. So if you missed it, that's okay. All right, so now I'm gonna take my card, or not cardstock, but our designer series paper. I really like the inside. I love how that turned out. So you'll see, I just scribble on my glue. No rhyme or reason, guys. All right, I'm gonna put this on a layer. Okay. Oh, look, that's so cute. All right, now we're gonna let all that dry. I am going to use a little bit of glue. Can I do a straight line? I don't trust myself. I'm just gonna do some drops. Okay. There we go. Okay, so that'll dry for a second while we go ahead and do our next little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna bring in our die cut and emboss machine, and I'm going to cut 2 rectangles. One is going to be in the basic white, and it's going to be the littler of the 2 rectangles. I want a layer. Okay. So I'm gonna set that on there. Oops. I'm gonna run that through. Ooh, it moved. Let's hope it got, yeah, it's perfect. Perfect. See, came out just fine. Okay, next, we're going to do the balmy blue in the next layer. Okay, and that way we'll have a layer behind our white piece. Okay, I can move that out of the way now. That's all we're die cutting. Nothing much. Thank goodness, because sometimes we die cut a lot and it gets to be overwhelming. Okay, so I'm going to use the spoon again, and I'm going to do that in our petal pink. Now remember, the petal pink was a little bit hard to see, but I'll make sure that you can see this. I know this pad's a little dry, so I'm just going to ink it up that way. Okay. And there's our spoon. So I wanted to have a little dimension on the front. So I'm going to take and stamp the spoon again right here. And I'm going to fussy cut on video. Can you believe it? I never fussy cut on video. That's okay. This is a simple one to fussy cut. And I'm just going to cut just a little bit around the edge there. On the bottom side of the spoon, it doesn't matter how much you cut. On the top side, it does, and I'll show you what I mean when I get there. Did you guys hear my daughter yelling at the puppy? Yes, we have a 8-week-old puppy in the house. Now, I'm just gonna come down on the spoon part, and I'm cutting off those parts, okay? You don't wanna see the hearts. I'm gonna kinda round this over here and make it a little softer. She's not really yelling at him, she's just getting him so he doesn't potty in the house. Okay, and then in a few minutes after I stamp the sentiment, we're going to put that spoon on with our I had mini dimensionals over here, that's okay, we'll use these. So what we're going to do is we're going to stamp our card sentiment on the front, and I'm going to use Night of Navy. I just think Night of Navy is bold and bright, and it just really shows. Okay, and this one says, "Sending well wishes your way." Okay, that was super easy. All right, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this, and of course, sometimes these things are fussy, and you just have to advance them. All right, here we go. We're gonna lay this piece on. Okay, and then I'm just gonna cut these down since, I wanted my minis, which I do have, but can't find, and I'm not gonna spend hours searching for them. Okay, all right. So for the long handle on the spoon, I'm just going to use the edge of the dimensional, pull that bottom, and that'll help hold that area up. And it's just nice and tiny, if you can see that. I don't know if you can. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to take that off and adhere that, and that just gives our spoon a little dimension. I just think it looks cute added on there like that. Can you see that? It just gives it a little dimension. Okay, so now I'm gonna take and adhere it to the front of my card. I'm going to use dimensionals. Love my dimensionals, guys. I use the heck out of them. All right, here we go. We're almost done. And I'm just gonna put this right in the center, and then we can grab some embellishments. I'm using adhesive milky dots or adhesive backed, yeah, milky dots. I'm going to use, let's see, what color do I want to use this time? I think I'm gonna, these are like a purpley. I still think they'll look pretty on the front of this card. I'm gonna use a big one. Okay. Oh, come up. Oh, I got an extra one on here. All right, let me set that aside. Oh, that extra one loves me. Okay. All right. Now for me, let me just show it all together. There we go. There's the front and there's the inside. So cute. So cute. And then for me to tie this, I just turn it on its side and tie it up in a bow. Okay. And I just use bunny ears to do that. And there you go. And the card is done. And it looks so sweet. And I'm going to just cut those edges a little bit. Now, remember I told you I'd show you the last one or the one I did before, my very first one or whatever. It was my very first one. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Oh, happy birthday and the balloons. I used the gnomes, guys. Oh, look at that. Isn't that sweet? I love it. So, the only thing with the gnomes is I popped up one. I tried popping up more. It just makes it a really thick inside. See, whereas this one's not that thick. You can see the difference. And I found that it's nicer to have that ribbon, but, they pull it out of an envelope and look at it, they're just gonna be tickled. And then if you wanna do some writing, you can always put a white piece on the back, but you could actually just sign it right here, do a little scribble around the nose or whatever you wanna do with them. Okay. Well, I really hope you enjoyed that video of make or that card. Oh, okay, let's start over. I really hope you enjoyed making that card with me tonight, and I hope that you will go into the comments, leave me a comment, press like, maybe even subscribe to my channel if you think you want to. All of those things are helpful, and I sure appreciate it. And it is March 30th. If you need a catalog and you don't have a demonstrator and you want that annual catalog, please feel free to message me and I will make sure you get one. Okay? All right, everybody, let me find my mouse and we're going to go and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.